gunshots, it's a whole nother sound. So I don't hear voices. I hear bullets. I just seen bodies fall.
The police. Before King Von was killed in 2020, he and Lil Durk were fighting an attempted murder case that almost sent both of them away for life. And today we're breaking down how the entire situation unfolded. King Von and Lil Durk grew up in Chicago and had been close for years, but Von didn't jump into rap right away. He spent most of his life in the streets and only focused on music after beating a murder case in 2017. Once Durk saw Von really trying to switch his life around and take rap seriously, he signed him to his Only the Family label, and Von took off immediately. Von's early tracks beat that body and War With Us pulled solid attention, but Crazy Story is what truly launched him. The song exploded online and is now pushing nearly 200 million streams on Spotify alone, making the entire industry turn their eyes toward Von. In May 2019, he dropped Crazy Story 2.0 with Lil Durk, and his momentum got even harder. Durk was already one of the biggest rappers in the game, but it took him years to reach that level. Von definitely benefited from being signed to him, but even with Durk's support, Von's rise was shocking. Fans knew the two could take over the entire rap game together, but right when everything was beginning, they almost lost it all. Just 1 month after Crazy Story 2.0 dropped, news broke that Von and Durk were both wrapped up in a wild attempted murder and armed robbery case in Atlanta. According to reports, in February 2019, around 5 a.m., Durk and Von were standing outside a cigar lounge when they got into an argument with a man named Alexander Witherspoon. No one knows exactly how the situation started, but at some point gunshots rang out, and Witherspoon was hit in the leg.
Mr. Banks, arm out the window, firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Durk and Von allegedly knew Witherspoon and pressed him for a chain and $30K in cash he had in his pockets.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle.
Durk and Von allegedly knew Witherspoon and approached him for a chain and the $30,000 he was carrying, but both of them denied the accusation from the start. When the news first broke, Durk was actually on tour. Instead of running or avoiding the situation, he immediately flew back to Atlanta and turned himself in. Before the police took him into custody, he sat down for an interview with Channel 2 Action News and said he wanted to prove his innocence, make bond, and show the world he was not involved in the shooting.
I immediately came back because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing.
He also dropped a track the same day called Turn Myself In and addressed the whole situation. He said, "Look up at the judge, can't look state marking up lies. For sure, I am an innocent man. For sure, it is what it is. For sure, nobody can ride, had a warrant. So I can't hide. India can stay by my side. I did a song with Chance tonight. He gave me positive vibes to better my image for life. I turn myself in tonight, head down with these cuffs on, just read me my rights." Beside the attempted murder charge, Von and Durk were also hit with aggravated assault participation in criminal street gang activity, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. If they were convicted, there was a real chance they could have been given a heavy sentence. Their situation was even more serious because both of them already had past cases. In 2011, Durk got booked on a weapons charge and served a few months. Then in 2013, he was arrested again after allegedly tossing a gun into his car when a cop walked up. That case got dropped after his lawyer found 9 witnesses who signed affidavits, and one even admitted the gun was his and not Durk's. Von's record was much more serious. He caught a gun charge in 2012, then in 2014, he was booked for first-degree murder over the death of a college student named Malcolm Stuckey. Von and his homie Big Mike allegedly rolled up on some whoops at a party Stuckey was at, and a shootout broke out. The whoops fired first and Von and Mike shot back. Everyone involved in the shooting survived except Stuckey, who was caught in the middle and tragically died. Big Mike flipped and agreed to testify, which could have sent Von away for life. But right before trial, Mike chose not to speak and ended up with a 28-year sentence while Von walked free. Durk and Von only spent a few weeks locked up on the attempted murder case before they bonded out for $250,000 and $300,000. They went right back to work, and later that year Von dropped his debut mixtape with a couple of features from Durk. Even with a major case hanging over them, both artists were blowing up faster than ever. The year after their arrest, Durk popped off with tracks like Three-Headed Goat and Laugh Now Cry Later with Drake, while Von dominated with his debut projects. With all the momentum behind them, most fans forgot they were still fighting a heavy case. Durk and Von were becoming two of the biggest names in the game, but just when it seemed like Von was finally ready to focus on rap, he got into a fight with Quando Rondo, who was with NBA YoungBoy, and ended up getting killed in Atlanta. After Von passed, Durk stayed focused and dedicated his album The Voice to him. Over the next few years, he worked with huge stars like Kanye West, Drake, and Lil Baby, but he was still fighting the same attempted murder case. Attempted murder does not usually carry a life sentence, but in this situation, Durk faced extra years because the cops claimed it was a gang-related crime. In 2021, Durk tweeted, "Police be on these fake accounts," and boom, you locked up, and fans were worried he had new trouble coming, but nothing happened, and nobody knew what he meant. After years of waiting, Durk and his fans finally got good news in October 2022. The Fulton County District Attorney announced that the charges were being dropped and stated the facts have been reviewed, and even though it appears probable cause existed for the defendant's arrest, the decision of the District Attorney at this time is not to prosecute. No one knows how strong the evidence really was, but it was not enough to take to trial. Even though Durk is free, the DA confirmed that if Von was still alive, he would still be under investigation for the shooting. He was also being investigated for at least 3 murders back in Chicago. Police believe he may have killed a dude from STLEBT named Modell in 2012. T. Roy was a main suspect for a long time, but a leaked report claims police now think Von was a shooter. Von was also linked to several other shootings, and some people believe he may have killed up to 10 people before he died. The FBG Duck was murdered a few months before Von died, and in January a report came out saying an FBI witness claimed Von put a $100,000 hit on Duck. 5 dudes from O Block were arrested for killing Duck in broad daylight, and according to the witness, Von is the one who sent them. When Duck died, Von went on social media and said they had squashed their beef, but Duck's mother said it was not true. She also said that Von and T. Roy had been sending threats for years.